Hi Gemini, this is your monthly forecast for March 2023. You can use this forecast for your sun, moon, and rising. And I'm going to be working with a whole sign house system, and just bear in mind that the dates and times may vary slightly depending on where you live. And you can screenshot the video, because we have so much going on in March. You might want to keep track of the key moments that are going to occur for you this month. And as you can see, I have your chart up, but I'm missing Venus, Mercury, the Sun, and the Moon. And that's because they're moving so fast this month. You cannot keep up with their movement because they are on go, 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 go. But also because I don't have enough space to include them. So it is what it is for right now. But as you can see, I have all the key dates for March. And if you want to learn more about how this year will impact you, you can book a reading on my website at riacourts.com. Now, let's get on with this forecast because there is just so much to get through. And as soon as we start March, this may be the 1st of March for some, and for others, it may be the 2nd of March. We have Venus and Jupiter in a conjunction in your 11th house. So Venus rules over love, relationships, pleasure, harmony. Jupiter rules over optimism, expansion, abundance, spirituality. So usually this is a beautiful pairing. This is a beautiful conjunction because it brings a lot of abundant, prosperous energy. However, Chiron is also in Aries, very close by in your 11th house. So this is like a triple conjunction. And Chiron is a wounded healer. He brings up painful wounds and energies from the past, from past lifetimes. So this may be a time where you probably feel a little down when it comes to your friend circle, your friendships. You may be reminded of past experiences that you've had, and this may be triggering your self-worth, your self-value. This may bring issues around your self-esteem as well, so watch out for that. And this also may have to do with your hopes and wishes for the future as well. You may feel a little anxious about the future. And this is all Chiron triggering these energies for you. And this is an opportunity for shadow work. So if you do find yourself feeling a bit down and thinking about past experiences that weren't so pleasant, or you may be anxious about the future, this is an opportunity to really look at what emotions are coming up and to release them. And you can release them through creativity because Venus and Jupiter together are very creative. So get into alchemy mode, get your alchemist hat on. If any of these painful memories or wounds come up, or you feel a little down, or you feel like you're just not feeling your complete self, you gotta look at what is occurring for you, what is coming up, because this is like your higher self wanting you to release so that you can move on. And there's also a lot of abundant creative energy. So if you find yourself being very creative, work with that energy because you can create so much. And on March the 2nd, we also have Mercury that enters Pisces in your 10th house. And we have a lot of 10th house energy for you this month. And that is because not only do we have Mercury in Pisces, we've got Neptune, the Sun, and Saturn will also be in Pisces. And your 10th house rules over career. So during this time, there may be developments around career. Mercury rules over communication. So there could be developments around your work. Maybe you want to move forward in your career. Maybe you want to expand, or perhaps you're going to be signing something. There's going to be some paperwork involved, some contracts involved. So make sure you are reading the small print. Make sure you have read everything clearly, because Pisces can sometimes bring, especially because Neptune is in your 10th house, some mist. So if you're unsure about something, make sure you do not make any decisions until you are 110% certain. Make sure you read the small prints. On March the 7th, we have the full moon in Virgo, as well as Saturn moving into Pisces. So this is going to bring a huge shift in your life. Saturn will be moving into your 10th house of career, and the full moon in Virgo is going to occur in your 4th house of home and family. So this is triggering your public life and your private life, your career and your home life. So you may feel like the pressure is on, and you may need to make some decisions around where you live and where you work. Perhaps you need to move for a new career. So you're having to leave behind your old life because full moons bring a lot of intensity, and there's always a release, there's always a letting go as well. And the full moon is shining light, illuminating the fourth house as well as the 10th house. So you're going to have to make some decisions around career and home. Maybe there's some tension around where you're living right now or family, and it's connected to work. But Saturn is going to make you get very serious about your long-term future, because your 10th house, it becomes like a soul purpose, a life purpose, because where you put your energy, your time, your efforts every single day, it becomes a purpose, right? So Saturn is going to make you really reevaluate what you're doing, and he's going to make you take this area of life more seriously. So yes, the pressure is going to be on, but pressure creates diamonds. And I've done an entire presentation and video on Saturn in Pisces and how it will impact you. So you can check that video out because it's going to be major for you for the next couple of years. On March the 12th, we have a Jupiter and Chiron conjunction. This is continuing the energy that you started off the month with Venus and Jupiter in a conjunction. Again, this is an opportunity to heal, do the shadow work, and also to get very creative. You know, Jupiter and Chiron, they're very spiritual together. Although they view spirituality in two different ways, Jupiter is more of that positive spirituality. Sometimes it could be the fluffy bunny astrology, whereas Chiron is more about let's heal the wounds, let's do the shadow work. It's a very shamanic energy. So two of them together, there is so much opportunity to really heal. So again, if you feel certain emotions come up for you, look at what's occurring. If you want to learn more about how to self-heal and how to be an alchemist, I do offer a spiritual alchemy guide where I share with you methods on how to be a self-healer, how to confront the wounds, the shadows, the traumas, and also how to work with your 7 chakras to heal them, expand them, remove blocks, as well as I'm sharing with you how to work with your psychic energy to protect yourself from any psychic attacks. And also, cherry on the top, I'm sharing with you how to work with your psychic gifts and abilities to connect with your guides. So if you want to learn more, the link will be down below. It's called the Spiritual Alchemy Guide for the Mind, Body, Soul, and Spirit. On March the 16th, we have Venus that enters your 12th house in the sign of Taurus. So during this time, you may enjoy being alone. You may even enjoy being very spiritual and thinking about the past. You may enjoy the metaphysics. You may enjoy your spirituality during this time. And this will support you with any shadow work you're doing. Anything that you're clearing away, clearing the karma, doing the spring clearing, this is going to help you because you're going to take joy in spirituality. You're going to take joy in being a bit detached as well and just focusing on the inner world. And also, this is a great time to be creative because the 12th house is also very creative energy. So you're going to have a lot of creative abundance energy in terms of using it to really do that self-healing and to work on your own self-development and your spiritual journey. On March the 19th, Mercury enters Aries in your 11th house. So during this time, there can be confrontation with friends. Aries is a very fiery sign. So with Mercury here, you can be very assertive and very confident. You can get your point across like so fiercely. So this is great if you want to say something that you really feel, but you've been holding back. However, you got to be mindful with Mercury in Aries because sometimes it can think before speaking and it can hurt a lot of people's feelings. So just be mindful of that. March the 20th, the sun enters Aries, again shining light in your 11th house of friendships, groups, and your hopes and wishes for the future. And on March the 21st, we have the new moon in Aries in your 11th house. So a lot of activity, a lot of energy in your 10th and 11th house this month. So friendships are going to be huge. You may feel like you want to be with more spiritual people. You want to be around more assertive people, people who are very confident, who have the Aries energy. And you may want to join like a spiritual group during this time. And the new moon is going to support you. The new moon is going to bring up emotions that may make you think about what you need to feel secure, what you need to feel like you're being nurtured. So these emotions may come up for you, and it has to do with friendships as well as what you need personally. So during this time, if you want to plant seeds, if you want to create a vision board, if you want to manifest, this is a time because it's a new moon. New moons always support us in manifesting and planting seeds, especially because it's a spring equinox. But also, we have Venus, the North Node, and Juno in your 12th house, making a conjunction. So, this is a great time to plant seeds when it comes to your spirituality as well. Maybe you want to, if you're single, maybe you want to be in a relationship that's very spiritual and that has a lot of compassion and that soulmate energy. So this is a great time to plant seeds. Or even if you are in a relationship, maybe you want to get closer with your partner and you want it to be more spiritual. You want to feel that spiritual connection. Again, great time to plant seeds and be in ceremony and in ritual. March the 23rd, Pluto enters Aquarius in your 9th house. So this is, again, a great time to work on your beliefs, your spiritual beliefs, your philosophies, because Pluto is going to really redefine all that you believe in. It's going to make you take your beliefs more seriously. You're going to be so focused on them. And you may even want to learn something. Education, higher learning may be very important for you during this transit. And I have a video presentation on this cycle on Pluto moving into Aquarius, so check that out, where I break down how Pluto will impact you. So it's going to give you a break. Pluto in the 8th house may have been very challenging. However, you had to turn into the phoenix that rises. Now with Pluto in Aquarius in your 9th house, it's kind of going to give you a break, depending on your chart and all the planets in your chart. But it's going to give you a break in the sense of all that karma, all the serious stuff that you had to deal with. Now you get to focus kind of on the fun side of, what do I believe in? And what does my faith mean to me, and what does spirituality mean to me? Like, Pluto will be expanding your consciousness during this time. On March the 25th, Mars enters Cancer in your 2nd house. So since August 2022, Mars has been in your sign, in your 1st house, and it's been impacting you the most because of retrograde season. So it's been in your sign for 7 months. That's a very long time, because usually Mars will remain in a sign for about 2 months. So this has been a long, long cycle, and you may have been just revisiting your life direction. Your energy levels may have even been low during this time due to Mars being in retrograde. But now life is moving forward. It's going to move out of Gemini into Cancer in your 2nd house. Now, Mars doesn't really enjoy being in Cancer. It rather be in the opposite sign of Capricorn. So there can be issues here around emotions. However, this is all about your self-worth, your self-value, and money. So there may be developments around money during this time and how you feel about yourself and material possessions, because your Mars energy is activating your 2nd house. So you may be wanting to expand on your finances. You may be wanting to bring in more income. Then there will be expansion and developments around this area. And because Mars has been in your sign for so long, you've been doing a lot of reflecting. So with all that knowledge, all that wisdom, it's time to go, go, go now. And you're going to feel that fire and that drive, and also that emotion as well. So Gemini, a lot is occurring in March. I hope you enjoyed this forecast. If you did like this video, make sure you subscribe, comment down below, and I'll leave all the links down below. And may March bring you all the answers that you are seeking. And I'll see you next month. Lots of love.